Recording student attendance is critically important for both our district and state regulations. Please check with your building principal or main office to know what time or class period you'll record daily attendance. Some schools in our district record attendance for each class. Teachers who teach several groups of students each day generally will be asked to post class attendance instead of daily attendance. In order to post attendance, you'll want to go to your school website or the district, mouse over the staff option at the top, and choose X2 Staff Portal. In order to take attendance for your class or the daily attendance for the school, you can find that in a couple of different ways. Underneath the staff view when you're logged into Aspen X2, and under the Pages option, which is the default page that opens once you log in, you should see your teacher classes here. They're organized by whatever date today is, and it shows them in order of when the classes meet for you. So for here, I am showing 4 classes, my first one starting at 8:58. So I can take attendance here in a list view, which is this option with the lines, or from the seating chart, which is underneath the little grid with the 2 people head and shoulders. You can also take attendance from the top tab at this top option here as well. But we're going to start from going in from the teacher class underneath the Pages option. So here's the list view. I'm going to click on my first class, pretending that my students are in front of me now. And I only have one student in my class. The default for Aspen is that our students are present unless we mark them otherwise. So you don't actually mark a student present when you see them in front of you. They're already marked that way. So you're only monitoring absences, tardies, and dismissals. And those buttons are here in this list view. So if a student was absent, I would want to click on the A option. You do want to check to make sure that it's showing you that I have a class absence correctly marked as absent. If I added in dismissed, it's going to add that to it. So I'd want to uncheck absent in order to get rid of that if the student was here and then wanted to print. So every time you click on an option, it adds it into the class attendance list. And in order to get rid of one, just click on that option again in order to get rid of them. So here I go back to present from there. Okay. There's also a daily attendance, and based on your school, your principal or main office will let you know what class takes daily attendance. It can be the first block of the day or the first class of the day, or it could be an alternate class that's chosen that takes care of that daily attendance. Typically, it's early in the day so that if there are students out, then the parents will receive an absence call if they're not actually in school. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the student present for this particular class, and we'll go back to Pages. And I'm going to go in, again, tomorrow's a school day, and I'm going to go back in and look at the seating chart for that particular class. So if you don't have a seating chart, there are directions to do that. So from here, again, is showing that my students are all present unless I mark them otherwise. So from here, I could just click on the tab to mark this student as being absent for my class. Again, I want to uncheck it in order to get rid of it if I was choosing something different. Okay. There's also a daily attendance tab. So again, whichever way you go in from that first grid, and again, depending on your school, you'll want to take daily attendance in the correct class. So when those phone calls go out to the parents, they're receiving correct information. So in that case, I can go into the grid view or the seating chart or the attendance top tab. I would go to daily on the left-hand side, and I could then choose whether or not the student is there for that daily attendance, or they were arrived tardy, or they were dismissed out of that particular class. Do double check to make sure you have the right codes set. So double check to make sure that the students who are present and those that are absent are marked correctly before you click post. If you do have any changes to make, again, contact your main office for additional questions. If you need help with this, please let your building TIS know, and we can help you set up the seating chart or go through attendance.